Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo.
Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud down,
yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo.
My people make we shout,
oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo.
Mayegun don't come, man of the masses,
oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo.
Mayegun die the political,
oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo.
This one not they off in mind,
oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo.
Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud,
oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo.
My people make you shout,
oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo.
Mayegun don't come, man of the masses,
oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo dodododo.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo dodododo.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé.
Malamala.
Mo bójú ayé o, ayé ṣá málámálá.
Mo máa bójú ọ̀run òkùnkùn ló ṣubúlẹ̀.
Mo máa bójú ọ̀run òkùnkùn ló ṣubúlẹ̀.
Mo ní ẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ yìí o. Kíni dé sí Yorùbá o ọmọ aráyé, kíni ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Yorùbá o ọmọ Oòduà o.
Yeyeyeyeyeyeye àwa máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ là ń bẹ. Yorùbá ń ṣera wọn nítorí owó, Yorùbá ń jìra wọn lẹ́sẹ̀ nítorí ipò. Wọ́n gbẹ̀mí fáláre, wọ́n gbáre pẹ́lẹ́bí, wọ́n kò lè kó wájà, wọ́n tún polóko wá mú. Ọgbọ́n tí wọ́n gbọ́n ló gbé wọn délé ọlá, ọgbọ́n náà ló tún padà wá sílé wọn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Àwọn tí wọ́n ti ń ṣọ̀gá lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ tún padà wá dẹni à ń fọwọ́ ti sẹ́yìn o. Yóò Yorùbá yoyoyo bí iná alẹ́, Yorùbá rúrúrú bí omi òkun, Yorùbá bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe. Yóò Yorùbá ronú o.
Yorùbá sọra wọn di bọ́ọ̀lù fáráyé gbá.
Bàbá gbá wọn sókè, wọ́n tún gbá wọn sísàlẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yà tí ó ti kéré tẹ́lẹ̀ ni wọ́n gé kúrú. Àwọn tí àrèfẹ́ lọ́sùn ti dẹni àtijọ́, Yorùbá jókòó sílẹ̀ rẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ wọn fọwọ́ lọ́wọ́. Bí àgùntàn tí abọ́ rẹ̀ ń gbòrìṣà ilẹ̀ o. Yóò Yorùbá ronú o.
Oríkì màí burú títí kó bógún ọdún, lẹ́yìn òkùnkùn bèrèbèrè ìmọ́lẹ̀ yàtọ̀ o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká pọ̀ Olódùmarè ká pọ̀ Balùwàyé, káyé wa lè dùn ní ìgbẹ̀yìn lálàyò ilẹ̀ mọ́ pé ìyá o.
Ilẹ̀ dákun gbà wá o, ilẹ̀ o.
Ilẹ̀ ọ̀gẹ́rẹ́ àfọkọ́yẹrí.
Ilẹ̀
alákòókà ó tẹ́rẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ kábì.
Ilẹ̀
ọ̀gbaragada bí ẹni yèyé mi ọmọ darúpalẹ̀ àdúgbò.
Ilẹ̀ dákun gbà wá o.
Òjìbì tí ka ìkàlẹ́nu mọ́. Àtẹ ìka ọkọ tí a pèlẹ̀. Ọ̀gbàmùgbàmù ojú Olódùmarè ò mà ṣe gbàmù lọ́wọ́ ayé.
Àwa gorí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o.
Ẹni bá dalẹ̀ abalẹ̀ lọ ò
Pèrègèdè o. Àwa gorí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o.
Odùduwà bá wa túnlẹ̀ yìí ṣe òṣòwò
Owó tọmọ o. Àwa gorí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o.
Odùduwà dá wa láre o ká sì máa
Rere jẹ́ o. Àwa gorí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live. And as you are joining, I want you to do just 3 things before you settle down. Share this broadcast to invite others. Like this broadcast to show that you are here. And if this is your first time, you can take a moment and subscribe.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Thank you. So once again, good evening to you. Good afternoon to you, or good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. I'm kind of a little bit emotional about what happened today, but I'm going to put my emotion aside, and I am going to talk to you as a human being, not as what you believe in, what you support, or what you promote or defend, or what you disagree with. I just want to talk to you as a human being. They have attacked us this time around viciously in a broad daylight. If you are a Yoruba man or woman, right there in Yorubaland, elsewhere, around the world, the first thing I want you to take in tonight, because I am not here to actually weaponize your fear. This is not time to fear or to express fear or to continue to point fingers. If you are a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, if you are an Omoluabi from anywhere you are right now having access to watch this video, there's one thing I want you to take first from what happened there in Owo today. Yorubaland is at war. And all thanks to those who promised us safety as long as we remain part of Nigeria. I have continually told you on this Mayegun's Diary Political that you and I, in what Nigeria has become, you and I, we are just a victim waiting to happen, a disaster waiting to happen, the trauma for those who survive because they are going to be left on their own. That simply puts you watching me right now, that it doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter who you are following, your political association, your religious indoctrination. Yorubaland is under attack, just like the entire Nigeria is under attack. And our attackers are not just outsiders that we call invaders. Our attackers include the enablers who continue to tell us that this is just a phase. Whatever is happening elsewhere, especially in northern Nigeria, will never happen in Yorubaland. I have been screaming. I have been shouting. They said I have been ranting. Talk, and blah, 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 blah. And I said, the reason why I empathize with the people of Biafra is that I can see through the propaganda state-sponsored genocide, ethnic cleansing, through every lie they have put out there. And I couldn't unsee them. I can't really unsee them. And in my mind, I knew it. It is just a matter of time. It will become the turn of the Yorubas. That's why I said, when they came for the Shiites, many of you said you are not Shiites. Whatever happened to them, they deserved it. When they came for the IPOB, the Biafrans, many of you felt like they deserved it. When these terrorists were killing, kidnapping Muslims, Christians, Fulani, Hausa, just anyone that they could come across in northern Nigeria, because so many of you are living far away from it. Some of you were even saying they should not bring their nonsense to the south, though. Meanwhile, you have been surrounded. What you are witnessing in Benue, what you have been witnessing elsewhere, they have been with us in Yorubaland. This is just the second quarter of the year. Third quarter or the end of the second quarter of the year. And by the time you get to July, then you will realize that Yorubaland, southern Nigeria, is now their Sambisa. Now that the people will accept it, reject it, fight it, and break it up is now left for the people. But it is not time for finger pointing now. Yorubaland has always been under attack. They killed us a year ago in Egongon, Oyo State. Yes, they did. Over 28 people were killed in Egongon in what was the retaliation for dislodgement of Saliu, the Fulani, Seriki Fulani in Egongon. They killed 28 people, the political class in Yorubaland, the traditional rulers, majority of them, they kept mute. You see what they did back then in Egongon? Yeah? They did that in the dead of the night. And the moment the people started mobilizing to go after them, that was then the moment that the Nigerian police, Nigeria military, they came quickly to stop the people. And those who tried to be stubborn, many of them were brutalized, and their media never reported it. So, as the Yorubas are distracted about who is going to be president or who is not going to be president of Nigeria, guess what? Yorubaland came under a broad daylight attack, terrorist attack in Yorubaland. It is no longer Benue. It is no longer Enugu. It is no longer Ebonyi. It is no longer Igangan. It is now at the heartland of Yorubaland, Owo in Ondo State. So you as a Yoruba person, I am still waiting because I believe it. Trust me, I believe. This next coming hours and days, they are going to tell. Yorubas will respond. That is why I said I am not here to kind of make, spread fear, because this is not time for fear. But before we eventually settle down into the program, how about we go to Ondo State? From short clips that we got from there, yeah? Let's take this one from the Eyewitness, or let me say Eyewitnesses.
Your own security, either you have it or you like it, leave it there. No security. Also, kì í ṣòru inú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ilé ìjọsìn ẹ̀jọ̀ ṣé èèwọ̀ ni kí yàn gbéra pé ìwọ̀n sí Ọlọ́run àbọ́lọ́run yẹn tọ́lọ́ wà ní sọ́lọ́ ìwà jẹ́ kó wù wà rùn ni ẹ̀wọ̀n ìyá níyà ẹ̀wọ̀n wọn lọ́mọ ẹ̀wọ̀n kéèké ló ṣe ń bọ̀ láti ìgbésí ayé wọn kí ni fún sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yẹ kí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ how is going on tí wọ́n ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé ẹ̀lẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́ṣẹ́ ní àbẹ̀wò tí wọ́n ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pé wà á bọ̀ta kò ní kẹ́ndìbọ̀ mọ́ o ẹni ká nominate wa o that's it where is your sókè what is going on now.
àwọn tó wá ṣiṣẹ́ ìwọ́n tó mélòó.
wọ́n kàwé lè kà wọ́n lójú bọ̀ ẹni tí mọ́tò bá gbá kó máa mú nọ́mbà ẹni tí mọ́tò bá gbá kó máa mú nọ́mbà ẹni bá gbóhùn bọ̀ ìbọn ò bá yes ẹni tí bá gbóhùn bọ̀ ìbọn ò bá ó kàn ṣeré tiẹ̀ wá ni. mo ní ẹ wo ọ̀rẹ́ mi náà kò dé bí mi nú We are now suffering and smiling. Fellas already said. We are not in it now. Yes.
A gbọ́ pé ọ̀nà fẹ́ǹsì yẹn náà gbà wá. Fẹ́ǹsì àwọn olókun ẹ̀.
Kì í ṣe fọ́ọ̀sì nìkan ló gbà wá nìkan. Wọ́n gba géètì wọlé, wọ́n lé ambush. Wọ́n lé ambush ni. Tí wọ́n lé ambush wọ́n lè wọlé, wọ́n lè penetrate. What is going on? Kí ni túmọ̀ owó tó ń sọ fún security? In the town, okay, look, hello. Emma Binu. Look at the palace there. Palace, palace, Kabesi. See Kabesi, what they say why? Kabesi, what they say.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tẹ rí bí èèyàn mélòó ló bá ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ lọ báyìí. Àwọn kan sọ pé èèyàn wọ́n tóbi mélòó.
Àwọn tó bá lọ. Ẹ̀mí ṣẹlẹ̀ wò sẹ́rí àwọn àgbàlagbà tó ti dàgbà rí ẹ̀ àánú wọn ṣe mí díẹ̀ òkú ẹ̀bà ni wọ́n yẹn òkú ẹ̀bà sì lẹ́wọ̀n yẹn àwọn ọmọ kékeré kan tó ṣe bọ́ ń gbèsè ayé wọn wò sẹ́rí mo rí ọmọ kan ọmọ tí mo ń di ọwọ́ ẹ̀ mú sọdá lọ sí skul tí mo gbé cross lọ sí skul mo rí òkú ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ kan sí as in oh God chief man look at me I'm sweating push it.
Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ gbọ́ yẹn o lẹ́nu àwọn èèyàn tó ń gbé ìlú Ọ̀wọ̀ níbi tá a wà yìí níbi tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ láabi kan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àárọ̀ ọjọ́ àìkú lẹ́ni yìí ibẹ̀ náà ni a wà yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí wọ́n sọ fún wa wọ́n ní pé ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀mí ni ó bá ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ lọ oríṣiríṣi nọ́mbà ayé èèyàn tó kú ni wọ́n ti ń sọ fún wa àmọ́ a kò tí ì lè sọ èèyàn tó bá ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ lọ níwájú lọ́run níbi tí èèyàn pọ̀ sí òkú obìnrin kan wà ń bẹ̀ àmọ́ a ò lè fi òkú náà a ò lè fi àwòrán òkú a lè fi hàn yín nítorí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí a rí ṣáájú ẹlòmíì ọpọlọ orí ẹ̀ ó ti fọ́ sílẹ̀ ẹlòmíì ẹsẹ̀ ti kán ó dà a ó gbìyànjú báyìí láti rí àwọn èèyàn tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lójú wọn láti fọ̀rọ̀ wá wọn lẹ́nu wò kí wọ́n lè bá a sọ ohun tó ju wọn tó nípa ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí. Catholic Church tó wà ní agbègbè Ọ̀wálúwà ní ìlú Ọ̀wọ̀ tó wà ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ọ̀wọ̀ òun náà ni a wà níbi tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ láabi ti ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ bá wọn wájú ẹ máa rí ọkọ̀ àwọn ọmọ ogun náà àwọn náà ti débí báyìí a ó gbìyànjú láti bá èèyàn bíi méjì mẹ́ta sọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n jẹ́ lára àwọn èèyàn tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lójú wọn ẹ̀gbọ́n ṣẹlẹ̀ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
èmi gan mi ò sí bí láti kan náà mo ṣe ń bọ̀ náà ni wọ́n ṣe explain ní pé nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà yìí ìgbó yìnbọn bọ̀ wọ́n yin dynamite ó parí nǹkan tá a tún rí nìyẹn.
kódà ẹ ṣe òkú ẹnìkan ni wọ́n ń gbé sínú ọkọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ.
For the sake of those who didn't understand or who don't understand Yoruba, what that young man was saying was, explaining what happened, and the journalist there was asking him if he could tell the numbers of people that attacked the church, St. Francis Catholic Church, Owanua. So the way the terrorists work is that they don't go in 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. No. They are army. They move from the forest straight into the town, and they can be up to 500, mostly on the bike. So when you see them and you can recount, that means you are not dead. And they shoot just anything that moves. Some said that over 50 people killed. Some said over 200. But to this point, there was no police. There was no army that responded at that point. I can't show you blood. But another person who actually... Then, I love the response, by the way. Yorubas and non-Yorubas, people from Ondo, people from outside Ondo, many of them have traveled down to Owo as you are watching this broadcast, to donate blood for the survivors. We still don't have the accurate number, but the current, at least, verified bodies have been over 50. So the young man there was talking about what he at least saw, and nobody could stop to count, okay? And when the deed was done, and dead people who left their homes to go and praise God today, to go and praise God that they are alive again. So do you see where Sometimes I tell you that Nigeria will even make you blaspheme against God. If many of you who always want to attach what is going on and say, God knows the best. It's only God that can help you. God loves his own children. And I said, if those who survived, they will say, thank God, though, thank God for saving me. Then what happened to those who died? Nigeria will make you question God. The failure of government, the failure of security, and then the deliberate intention of ethnic cleansing in Nigeria, that the politically correct Nigerians, the Yorubas, continue to wave aside. It's just, how are they going to explain this? That people left their homes. In Ondo State, Yorubaland, they have no issue. They had no Fulani herdsmen crisis. They had no let's say an issue happened before and then there is a retaliation, nothing. I'll tell you, it is terrorism attack. So they went from them, they left home today to go and pray to God, and they were killed by terrorists in the presence of their God. Would you say, God was not present in that time? That is how terrible bad leadership, terrible disjointed country. The result of that is what you just seen. And there is no way you will not, if you are one of the victims, or when I say victims, because the people who died, they are not the only people who died. There are members of their families that the death of these people are going to kill them. They are already dead right now. And they will never remain the same again because of this event. And to make it worse, the same system, the same government that failed is going to move on and forget them, abandon them. But that's why I said, you have been hearing about it in Borono. You have been hearing about it in Sokoto. You have been hearing about all this terrorism everywhere. Now, you are no longer just hearing now that you are alive as a Yoruba man. Now, this is you knowing that Yorubaland is under attack. We are under attack. If you don't believe before, this is it. There is no prior any problem with people. And even if there was any problem, would you go into a church where children, aged men and women, young men and women, innocent people, and then you slaughter them? The governor of the state met with them. But like I said, I love the response of the Yorubas, everyone around today who is currently in a war, donating blood, offering their services. There are doctors who are there to give them, doctors from another place. They are traveling down to a war, to the place where the survivors are being treated. Right now. This is not government or anything. People are already mobilizing. That's why I said from tomorrow, I want to see the response of the Yorubas. When I say the Yorubas, the pro-Nigerian, those who are promoting election and the rest of them, those who think Yoruba should still be part of Nigeria in this arrangement. So I want to see their reaction from tomorrow. But one of those who have made it upon themselves that we are ready to offer free service to help. We can see all the doctors from these medical facilities, despite the poor, facilities they have to work with, right? They are doing their best to keep alive those who are still wounded. And from there, you are going to begin to get the figures tomorrow from somebody who is right there at the center where people are being treated from the terrorist attack today.
Hello. I'm Dr. Niran Okunriboye. I'm Dr. Niran Okunriboye. Right now, in fact, honestly speaking, I was in the church, the Methodist church, so around 12 o'clock, I could boom, boom. So I woke up. This is a bomb. Bomb sound. Within 5-10 minutes, on the church, Catholic church, St. Francis, they want to bomb. They want to payan. So I like to sacro in church, rush. as bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, I have a branch of my hospital. Mo ní ẹ̀ka ilé-iṣẹ́ mi, personal hospital ní billboard. Wọ́n á rí i pé crowd yẹn St. Louis hospital being a Catholic hospital ni wọ́n kó wá. So èmi láti rush down so that ká lè ran àwọn, because àwọn tó farapa ti pọ̀ jù. 5 minutes ago, mo kàn lọ wo mọ́ṣúárì. I saw 12 dead bodies, including ọmọ handsome young boy kan tó yẹ pé kò ju ọmọ ọdún mẹ́rin. Right now, àwọn doctors ń bí ń ṣiṣẹ́ in their theatre. I just assisted some of the people, mo evaluate wọn pé kò sí critically ètò pẹ́pọ́ lè kú nú àwọn tó wà ní bed. So it's kíní yóò funny o, kò funny o, kò funny o. Àánú ṣe mí o, mo ṣe hang around pé in case they will need assistance again. All the doctors are working, and as we speak, Federal Medical Center wọ́n kà wọ́n kan lọ sọ́hùn, and some other private. So kọ́lọ̀ ń gbà wá o, ìlú yìí ò rọgbọ mọ́ o, ìlú ò rọgbọ o, àdúrà ni o.
Ẹ ṣé gan. Ọ̀rọ̀ ni ẹ ti gbọ́ láti ẹnu dókítà Níran Òkúnrìbóyè lórí bí wọ́n ṣe sá wá bí láti ṣe.
Ẹ ṣeun ọ̀lọ́ dókítà wa. So what they did was to first detonate. So in fact, in one of the videos that I have seen, I actually saw a man or a woman, a body that looked like that of a man, a shattered body that you could say looked like a suicide bomber. Now, my own theory about the terrorist attack in Yorubaland today, to let you know that it is coordinated, it is deliberate, is that we have been told that we have been surrounded. They are just waiting for signal. Once they start the signal, what happened in Ondo State today will start happening everywhere, including in Lagos. Yes. So, with what I have seen so far, there is a shared body that looked like that of a man, and this part was pretty much like with the impact of something that looked like, it wasn't a gunshot. Dead, and that could be suicide bombers. Suicide bombers that will walk into churches, and the moment the bombs goes off, their fellow terrorists hanging about, they will get it and they will just attack the place. They knew then that a lot of people will be attending the church service, a Catholic church for that matter. Now, that is, like I said, an attack on the people of Yoruba and their own faith by terrorists that politicians, Buhari and gang, brought into Nigeria. And the reason why this whole thing is going to be at the doorstep of the criminals is that they have been making laws to criminalize any exposure, report that has to do with the Fulani terrorism in any part of Nigeria. Media houses are sanctioned for reporting the accurate things. Journalists are being sanctioned and arrested, jailed for reporting on this same thing in Nigeria. So they have tried to make laws, hate speech law, social media law, all of these laws to gag us from speaking out because they knew what they are going to do to us. And they are doing them now. And today, the media in Nigeria are also towing the line, manipulating the information, misleading the people, and at the same time, trying to control the narrative, right? But the reality is this. On record, the American CIA, FBI, and the American government generally, you like them or you hate them. You can call them whatever you want to call them. But you see this information, yeah? The first person that gave that to us was late Obadia Mailafia, the former central bank scribe at the time. Then America told us that and what Mailafia told us was that by the second quarter of 2022, they are going to start the process of leading Nigeria into a civil war because they will attack Yorubaland, a place that they've always felt that they will always find allies in the Project One Nigeria. Fraudulent, corrupt political class, the traditional Kabiesis, royal fathers, and so many other faceless criminals who are pro-One Nigeria. So they believe that somehow, Yorubas will be the last. And Mailafia told us they will attack Yorubaland. They will kill our prominent people. They are talking about people that will make you react. They will go into your synagogues. They will go into your mosque. They will go into your schools. They will attack you where it's going to hurt, right? And they will expect you to react so that Nigeria can lead to civil war. And that's the purpose of that civil war is pretty much like an ethnic cleansing to legitimize it. Many people, in fact, felt like Mailafia was just talking nonsense. Same way, just many people, because they want to be politically correct, continue to believe the side of the fraudigeria, Nigeria, Fulanized government on their stories on Nnamdi Kanu. You are all going to come back and realize that you have been played. And they, as those who actually write the script and everything happening to us today, you will be so angry, so sad when you realize that you have been played. But to lead Nigeria to civil war, they would have to provoke Yorubas. And it seems that this is June 2022, end of second quarter of 2022. Now they are not attacking us in the middle of the night. They are not kidnapping our people while they are traveling through the motorways. They are not invading our farms and our villages, sending our people to IDP camps. They are now doing it in broad daylight. This time around, all of us who think this is an exaggeration and the rest of it. Now, this is not an exaggeration. This is real. And as they say, if you see something, say something, just like Akeredolu said. Sorry for the quality of this video. Please, let's see if we can manage some part of it. The governor of the state rushed back after he joined them in propagating the Yoruba president. Yoruba must be president. Southern Nigeria must be president. At the end of the day, they put security, local security together. Nigeria said they cannot harm them. They put, what do you call it? Amotekun together. Nigeria said they cannot give them arm. Now today we are vulnerable. They want power. Their people are dying. But good enough. He rushed back. Even though tonight and tomorrow is also crucial to them in their political career. But for political, whatever, show off, whatever you want to call it, Akeredolu rushed back. Oh, he rushed back to Ondo, at least as their leader.
Horrific. I don't want to talk about what we see or what we hear happens in America. What has happened here is child's play. What we have in America is child's play. Information, security agencies, these are the most outstanding acts that can ever happen in society. That it happened in a church, to say the least, is most condemnable. I had leave Abuja immediately to here because this is so important. I feel terribly grieved, and I can understand that. Yes, and you know. Yes, and I really will tell you. I'm your boss. That's what I'm saying. But let me let you know. We have it. How come what you want church is an object? On a age on a mass of Kevin on Tidiadi. Okay, me. Can't block on a oh, yeah, most secretary. On you tell you, bag in the wabu. Yes, and now we go actually like age or all the actions of way. I want to go on it. I want to see. Mo fẹ́ bẹ̀ gidi wa. Ọ̀fọ̀ yìí èjì ẹ má dá ti retaliate. Ẹ má gbé lórí fìyàfìyà carbon padà. Àwa ti ká wa. A máa ń rántí ẹ̀yà ń nẹ̀ gbọ́. Ọmọ yóò.
As usual, he acknowledged what happened. Then he's telling them not to do anything. But let's say that's for the camera. And this is where me and you, this is where we have a conversation as a people. If you have come to that term that Yorubas are not asking for any war or dominance from anywhere, Buhari and APC, they opened the door for the terrorists to walk into Nigeria. Buhari and APC, they gave succor and comfort to the terrorists in Nigeria. Buhari and APC, they created Operation Safe Corridor for repentant terrorists, even when Nigerians are still being murdered, kidnapped, villages ransacked, children killed. Buhari and APC, they are celebrating repentant terrorists, and in fact, they are now reintegrating those repentant terrorists, recruiting them into the Nigerian army, which then, solidify the conviction that Buhari and APC, they are the Boko Haram, they are the terrorists. And if you can't see that, then you are not looking at all. And I hope you don't become the victim. And then when you're gone, you will realize, and it will be too late. Yorubas came together, the political class. They did a meeting. They publicized it. And they said, in order to give us the control over this spreading insecurity and terrorists to the southern Nigeria, we want to first stop the movement of cows by foot in Yorubaland. The northern politicians, they came together, the same northern politicians who have been using the allocation they get from Nigeria every month to pay off terrorists. They call them repentants. Many of them came back to apologize that the terrorists fooled them. Yes, they will get allocation from Abuja, this northern governor. So Zamfara is one of them. Borno, Niger, Sokoto, Katsina. That is where Buhari comes from. These states have paid off terrorists. They bought them vehicles. They gave them money. Only for, I'm not talking about cheap money. I'm talking about billions of naira. They celebrated giving them this money. Now, those terrorists got those money, got more weapons, got more audacious, and they attacked the military bases. In Nigeria today, Nigeria military under this, their government in Nigeria, is in a defense mood. They are not allowed to go and attack. They are not allowed to go after terrorists. They are only attack. I mean, they are only allowed to just react. And their reaction is to stop all the locals, I mean, all the indigenous people from grouping and at least putting up a fight. That is the work of your government. They disarmed the people from southern Nigeria. They told them to give up their arms. APC, Egbekegbe, after opening the border, after making laws, they even wanted to do a law. They call it Waterway Bill. What is Waterway Bill? The Boko Haram's government and APC, Egbekegbe, they were trying to make laws that will give the government of Nigeria the right to all of the waterways in Nigeria. There is no waterway in northern Nigeria, or don't forget, you. The reason why they initially said they are invading southern Nigeria was because their cows needed water. All the money they are collecting from Nigeria every month, the northern governors, none of them could invest in Ruga, in cattle colony, in ranching, build irrigation to feed their cow or you know, give to their cows. Then the southern governor said, this whole thing that they are calling farmers' others clashes is a pure lie. But in order for them to be politically correct, they just want to be politically correct. They said they were banning open grazing. They were banning movement of cow. I mean, government that wanted to give waterways to terrorists, they said we should learn how to live with our killers, your land or your life. If you are alive, that is why you are fighting for your father's land, our land, our land, our land. What is wrong with you? Just share some. The person who said this is not an Hausa man. Is not a Fulani man. Is not a northerner. Is no other person than the special advisor to Buhari on media, Femi Oponu Adeshina. He told us, barefaced, go and check it online. He said before these killings will stop, we must learn how to live with our killers. It's either your land or your life. That is the purpose of Ruga. Give small portion of your land. They will stop killing you. But we all know it's not about land. But Buhari's government, rather than to go after the terrorists, APC government under Buhari in 7 years, they were struggling with Nigerians to part with their lands, part with their waterways, and they have a waterway bill. That waterway bill will give them the right to all the waters in Yorubaland, in Igboland, in the entire southern Nigeria, and not just the waters. 10 miles from the bank of every water. What does that tell you? So many of you who are jumping up for one Nigeria, you people want to cause war in Nigeria. All these things about break up Nigeria, you want to cause war. What is all this nonsense? Why can't we all come together and work together and this and that? There is already war. Abi, what do you call what happened in Ondo today? That is war. That will never happen anywhere in the whole world. And the people will react as, don't let us just stand, let us just ask God to fight for us. They might have made you that dumb, but listen to me. Everybody will not remain that dumb. So they said, let's ban open grazing. The northern governors who have allowed terrorists to continue, they said the solution is waterway bill. Waterway bill will give them 10 miles from your water bank. If you have a river in your village, now from the bank of that your river in your village, your stream and all of that, now you will now measure 10 miles. I'm not saying 10 meters, because if they write 10 and M, you may think they say 10 meters. 10 miles, which is about
13 or 14 kilometers. More we use kilometer. So now measure 14 kilometers from the river, that river that you drank when you are a kid. That waterways, that big ocean at the back of your house. All of you living in Lagos that are claiming that you don't have land, all of your barbish, all of everything. Now I want you to put a measurement, if you are a surveyor, 10 miles will belong to the federal government of Nigeria, which simply means all of you who are living in 5 miles, 8 miles, 10-mile radius to every river or water in every part of southern Nigeria, what Buhari thought would be the solution to stop all of these killings is for them to give them up. Your land will be gone. Your village will be gone. Some villages, I know, if you measure the entire stretch of the land, they are not up to 5 miles before you get to another village. Some are not up to 3 miles. The entire village, the entire community, they are not up to 7 miles. If you walk the entire stretch, you'll be in another town. Now imagine how many of you jumping up for one Nigeria. It can never happen in Yorubaland. They can never try that in Yorubaland. All of you saying that 2 years ago, do you now see what is happening in Yorubaland? Some of you are even debating, what if they are not Fulani? What if they are this or that? See, listen to me. What has surrounded us in Yorubaland is bigger than Fulani as men. Is bigger than Fulani with AK-47. Buhari opened the doors. America said southern Nigeria will completely be wrapped up, and with one single signal here, single signal there, once in a while. And since all they do is to spread fear, Lagos is the heartland of Yorubaland.